So why are so many people disconnected from themselves? So in this video, I'm going to talk about my people. Well, I don't associate with Indians because I grew up in America. And I can't associate myself being an American because I grew up in an Indian family, following Hindu traditions. So I consider myself a human being, first and foremost. But my people, meaning the people who follow Hinduism. Hinduism is a man-made religion. It was actually, the term Hindu was formed when the British invaded India. Well, Indus Valley, but they couldn't pronounce Indus, so they called us Hindus. Hence, it became Hinduism because all the isms are all just a form of keeping us brainwashed. Yes, I ultimately go back to the propaganda and the brainwashing because that is how we are all so lost in this world. We're looking to the external world for validation. And the reason that the British and the Moguls and all these other ancient cultures invaded our people was because we were very aligned with ourselves. We knew the truth. We were living in Dharma, Sanatan Dharma. That is the root of Hinduism. There was no caste. There was no division. We were living in peace and harmony. And every time we got invaded, every time that division just got wider and wider, and there were more man-made labels put out there so that we can distinguish ourselves and put ourselves in some sort of a hierarchy of the low caste system, of the high caste system. If you look in the Vedas, it is a part of ourselves to live in the truth, to be kind to others, to speak well of others, and to also fight for what is right. And at the end of the day, we are all love. Now, I'm not going to just make this all love and light. There will be people who have their own agendas. As in anywhere you go, doesn't make humans any different. You see that in other species. What makes humans different? I mean, we're conscious, but some of us are not conscious because we're in autopilot mode, following the crowd. And then that's how you can differentiate between the lions and the sheeps. I'm not a fan of labeling, but yes, these last couple of years, lots of people who were following the crowd were labeled as sheep. And I am not a follower. Prime example, most Patels went into pharmacy and business and other things while I went into computer science when it was not even a big thing. Well, now it's a big thing. I don't do what the crowd does. Another example, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, by the way. I love Garba. And I would never miss a day of Garba growing up. But now, I will gladly avoid going to Garba. You know why? Because the masses aren't like the way they used to be. They're not there to do Garba. They're there gossiping, showing off out their outfits, or creating dance videos for Instagram or TikTok, or whatever other thing that will give them external validation. Maybe it's pictures, posting on WhatsApp, name it. They're not there for dancing and also understanding the purpose behind Navratri. It is a time for us to connect ourselves to nature. That is why we fast, why we cleanse our body from all the toxins and all the food we associate ourselves to, and not only the food, the negative thoughts, the negative people, clearing that out and welcoming a new energy. Still living in Dharma. And by practicing this for 9 days and posting pictures for validation does not mean you're spiritual. That is the biggest misconception that I see, and that's why I'm saying it's my biggest pet peeve. Because so many people think, okay, I could do something for these couple days when it's Navratri, Diwali, do my puja and show my pictures, and that's it. It's one thing to know what happened, but know the truth of the history that has been distorted, because everything has been infiltrated, even religion. And also practice it. It's an understanding. Just like when we get certifications in the real world, it's not the same as practicing and applying it in our day-to-day life. That is the same thing when it comes to religion. And there are many rules in our Sanatana Dharma, including treating others nicely, being aware and being conscious, creating the life that we want, understanding karma, following dharma, living in our passion and our purpose, having our sanskars. And it's not a one-time thing. And if you don't want to do things from the bottom of your heart, you shouldn't be doing it. That is in our Vedas. But everything has been infiltrated, like I said. And that is why we are all disconnected in an effort to become Western. I'll end it off with somebody who was taunted because I was the darkest in my family. I'm not that dark anymore because I did my inner journey. You glow from inside out. Never was looking for external validation. I still don't. Not when it comes to the way I look, not when it comes to the way I dress, not when it comes to my career or the things that I do. Yes, it does irritate people. Yes, it does trigger people. But their triggers are their problem, not mine. I'm living in my truth. And as I follow my principles and dharma that I am aware of, based on my knowledge, based on my personal development, which is to me the same thing as spiritual growth, spiritual development, same thing. It is all connected. We need to be mindful of what we're thinking, what we're exposing ourselves to, what we're eating, of the energies around us. For if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.